What's up guys, and welcome to episode number 51 of Career Mode. And yes, this is what I believe would be the second from last day, I think, of my double upload spree. I'm not entirely sure. I'm recording this in mid-January and you'll be watching on the 30th or 31st of January. So yeah, anyway, we start the episode off with Jordan Slew. Pick that one out, son. That was absolutely amazing from Jordan Slew. Obviously, I signed him from my old club, Blackburn, for £2 million, and that was just insane, man. He cuts inside, I think it was Matthew Upson, lets fly with his left foot, and it clips the underside of the bar. An amazing strike from Jordan Slew. It's 1-0 to Liverpool, a superb start here against Stoke. And it got better just a few minutes later. Belhanda picks the ball up here, plays the ball eventually, here we go, into Jan and Villa. Begovic comes out for it, gets nowhere near, and Jan and Villa makes it 2-0 to Liverpool. Stoke really were all out of it from the kickoff, really. They were terrible. This was Slew here, almost making it 3-0. His half volley hits the bar, and eventually Stoke managed to clear this ball, eventually. Yeah, there you go. You kind of saw what happened. But yeah, it was 2-0 to Liverpool. Stoke were all over the place, man. They were playing terribly. When Ryan Shawcross gave the ball away here, Asaidi cut inside Matthew Upson with a lovely Ronaldo chop and smashed the ball into the far corner. So it's 3-0 to Liverpool. Stoke were just... I mean, you know, I said before, Stoke are a ruthless team when it comes to defending, but in this game, man, they were just awful. And this was Rayner making a superb save, and we getting a little bit lucky there as I tried to play out from the back. But Stoke, in injury time, did have the chance to make it 3-1 when Dean Whitehead gets the ball back here from Skirtle. I mean, I'm not entirely sure whether that was a penalty or not, because Skirtle went to clear the ball, and he ended up just completely messing up and taking Whitehead down. I guess it was a penalty, but that was really unlucky. I didn't, you know, slide in or anything, but a penalty to Stoke. Charlie Adam against his former club had a chance to show him why they shouldn't have sold him, and he fucked it up. Jose Rayner makes the save, and Charlie Adam, you need some penalty taking practice, son. That was your big moment in front of the cop, probably. I don't know where the cop is. Is it behind that goal or the other goal? Is it behind a goal? I mean, it's behind a goal. Which goal's it behind? Liverpool fans, help me out here. Yeah, but Charlie Adam fucked it up, and yeah, it was 3-0, and that's how the game finished. But here we get a youth squad update, is that the right phrase? And some of the players look really bad. This guy looks insane. It's a shame he's not old enough to come to Rio de Janeiro with me, because I'm saying that as the World Cup. I'm not saying I'm going on holiday to Rio and I want to take a young Korean boy with me. But it's a shame he's not old enough to get promoted yet, but he's looking very good. But then I decided to try and get Jay Spearing on a new contract, because he runs out in the summer and he's worth about £3 million. So I don't want to see him leave on a free transfer. He can be pretty good for you know, part exchange in the summer with some transfers, or maybe just selling him on the transfer market anyway, because he can provide me with a few £1 million. But here is a squad report. Some of the players looking okay. I think it's who is it? Is it who's the player I'm thinking of? Yeah, Jamie Carragher. Oh man, he is looking slow as a snail, and that is saying something. He's looking awful. But some of the players look okay. I think it's just Carragher and Gerrard that are on the downslope because they're getting old. But yeah, I think every other player is improving at least one stat, which is great. Henderson's looking really good as well, which is quite surprising. Belanda's up to an 81, I think it is now. But some of the players looking really good. And Carroll's now up to an 83, so that's great for my first choice striker. With no Luis Suarez in the team, to get Carroll up to an 85, which is what Suarez was up to when we sold him, would be a great achievement. So yeah, some of the players looking really good. But the next game is away at St Mary's to take on Southampton. And I think I rested a few players in this game, but I'm not entirely sure. Actually, to be honest, I think I played them all. But yeah, it was one of those games really with Southampton, sort of a mixed bag team in this division, really sort of mid-table to bottom half. But I've said before, Jethro Williams, giant throwing specialist. Azpilicueta, giant throwing specialist. I have to have a giant throwing specialist in my team. I just love giant throw-ins. It's my favourite trait in the game. You know, my favourite speciality, if you will, is the engine. And my favourite trait is the giant throw-in trait. And no, hang on. Is that right, or is that the other way around? I don't know. I love players that can put a giant throw in anyway. And Azpilicueta, that's one of the reasons I signed him, and that was an amazing throw. And like Jethro Williams in my last career mode, he got credit with 2 throwing goals, and Azpilicueta gets one here with a long throw in, which shouldn't have been credited his goal, really. Should have gone down as an own goal by Kieran Westwood. But anyway, 1-0 to Liverpool, and we soon made it 2 here. Andy Carroll's header went straight to Sterling. It was cleared away, but Yanis Belanda gets to the ball, and in the 47th minute, it's Southampton 0, Liverpool 2. We were in cruise control. Southampton didn't really threaten, but with 10 minutes to go, Jack Cork found Gaston Ramirez, and Ramirez goes down the left-hand side here, plays it to Adam Lallana. Lallana cuts inside, plays a great ball to Ramirez. Even on the game, Southampton plays some really nice football. Ramirez finds Lallana again. He finds Morgan Schneidlin, who lets fly. It's a great strike, and it's 2-1, and Southampton have a route back into this game, I should say, with 7 minutes to go. But unfortunately for them, they really didn't press. It was surprising. Despite scoring that goal, they didn't really press for an equaliser. And when John Taylor took a shot here, it was blocked. Southampton tried to play out from the back, completely messed it up. It came to Joe Allen. Allen found Maxime Gonalons. He cut inside Maya Yoshida. He tugged on the shirt. It was a penalty to Southampton. And I gave it to Luke Shaw because, of course, he is a former Southampton player. I thought, yeah, go on then, Shaw. I'm sure you'll score. And get it? Because his name is Shaw, S-H-A-W, and I'm sure you will score. I'm certain you'll score, S-U-R-E. So, wordplay. If anyone didn't get that, I'm going to stop now. I thought of that as I was editing. I'm sure you'll score. That's the title of the video. I'm making that the title. But yeah, 3-1 to Liverpool. Luke Shaw, I was sure would score against his former club. Amazing. Yeah, 3-1, and I was very pleased with that. But Jay Spearing declines the contract here. Wow, I feel really bad about that. I won't edit it out. I feel really guilty. That was a terrible joke. But yeah, 3-1 was the final score, and I was delighted with a win. But here is a youth scout report from my Korean scout. Obviously, just a couple of months to go until Rio 2014. So excited. And unfortunately, these guys aren't really old enough to come with me. But, you know, they'll be there for the next major tournament, I'm sure. But the second to last game of this episode is against Newcastle United. Of course, the side we beat in the Capital One Cup final, and the side that knocked us out of the FA Cup in the last episode, as they came to Anfield to take us on. And here was Andy Carroll finding Asaidi just a few minutes in. Asaidi tries to round the goalkeeper, doesn't really do it, but it comes to Andy Carroll, who always has to score against his former club, and it's 1-0 to Liverpool. But on a stroke of half-time, 45th minute, scripting bollocks, Johan Kabay found Hatton Ben Arfa. He cut inside Martin Skirtle and put the ball into the back of the net. 1-1, and that was how the game finished. So not too many chances in that game, hence why I only put the goals in. If you haven't noticed, I've only just started to do the goals recently of the games because I haven't really had the time to edit, and I've got loads of career mode footage stepped up, so I just need to do the simple bits, which is get the goals out and make the videos. But here's a look at the league table. We've got 8 games to go. We're 9 points behind Manchester United in 4th place. The Champions League chance is still on. That's my phone, excuse me for 1 second. Yeah, sorry if you heard that ringing. But the final game is against Reading at the Medeski Stadium. Reading, obviously, rock bottom this season, so they're certs to get relegated. So I was feeling really confident, so I put a basic backup team out, really. I felt really confident we would win this game with Reading. I think they've only got like 12 points from 30 games, so I felt really confident here. And Andre Wisdom collects the ball here, and I let fly on a half volley, and my word, how that ball managed to go in, I do not know. Alex McCarthy should have stopped it, but my right back collects a goal here. And just after half time, what a great throw by Gazaniga, and we got the picture. This is a lovely move, man. This is awesome. I mean, this is just great. Fabio Barini cuts inside Mariappa, lovely piece of skill. Eventually plays the ball across to Steven Gerrard, and the old man has still got it. In the 49th minute, it is 2-0 to Liverpool. That is how the game finished. So I was delighted to get another win and keep progressing towards that 4th place, which will be amazing if we can qualify for the Champions League. But as always, guys, a big thank you for watching, and I'll see you for the next episode very soon.